Welcome to Sweet Talk SLP. I'm Krystle and I'm a pediatric speech language pathologist. Today's video will be a review on a game that I use regularly in my speech therapy sessions. But before we get started, if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. Also, like this video and share it with your friends. Let's get to the review. Today I will be reviewing Gobble Monster by Goliath. So let's talk a little bit about this game before we get into the review. The list price for Gobble Monster is $21.99. However, it's generally on sale. It's currently on sale on Amazon today for $15.40, but I'm sure when this video goes live, it'll change. And it's usually about $15.99 at Target. If you're lucky, you're sometimes able to find it for a better sale, especially when Target hosts a buy two, get one free for games, which is when I bought Gobble Monster. So let's talk about what comes in the box and how the game is played. If you're familiar with this game and you already know how it's played, you already know what comes inside, I will add a timestamp on the screen so that you can fast forward to my review. So first comes the monster. Inside the box, it comes with the hands and eyes apart from the monster, so you do have to assemble it. You do have to put the eyes on and the arms in, and then you also have to add some batteries for this game. Also included are a set of cards and some plastic mini objects that you place on his tongue. There's a total of 12 mini objects ranging from the colors red, yellow, and green, and the objects include a car, a duck, a bear, and an airplane. And then of course the instructions are in the box as well. I have mine laminated because I keep it together with my monster. It is a little beat up already, but not too bad. And so I'm going to quickly go over the setup of this game and how it's played. First, you turn on the monster, you pull out his little tongue, you place the little objects on his tongue. You have to push his little nub back here to activate to start the game. He will kind of do this little shift to tell you, I'm ready, and then you can start playing the game. To play the game, you take turns drawing cards. There are 4 different kinds of cards that you can choose from or that you can randomly pick. The first type of card is the object. This one is a duck, so you would have to pick a duck, but there's also the car, so that you would pick the car. There is this card. This card signifies that you have to pick up one of the objects from the monster's tongue and move it to another place on his tongue. When you get this card, you will steal one of the other players' toys that they've collected. And lastly are the color options. This one, for example, has green, so you would pick one of the toys that is green. The object of the game is to have the most toy objects when the Gobble Monster attacks and eats all the toys. So that's the gist of this. Now let's get into the review. My reviews contain 5 parameters. They are storage, price, child response, functionality, and overall. Let's go over storage. So Gobble Monster does come in a game box. I don't use a game box. I have mine stored in a storage bag. I work out of my car. I'm a traveling SLP. I work in pediatric home health. And so storing it in these bags just works out best for me. And if you are in a clinic or a school or you have an office or this is for your child at home, I feel like these store pretty well. I keep my boxes, even though I put most of my games in these bags, and I do have them stored up on my closet on top of each other. But in my car, it's not really a good option because these boxes do waste away, and then the game pieces fall out, and then it's just a hot mess. So storage-wise, I do give it a 5 out of 5. Price. The list price is $21.99. That's too expensive for me. But if you're able to get this for $15.99 or cheaper, I do give it a 5 out of 5. I did probably purchase this for about $13 to $14 because I did buy it on sale at Target when they had a buy two, get one free game offer. So $15.99 or below, 5 out of 5. Child response. This is tricky. I have to give it a 3 out of 5. I have to put it right in the middle. I have kids that love this game and I have kids that do not love this game. The kids that love this game will do any amount of work to play this game. The ones that don't love this game is because they're scared of the monster or they have poor fine motor skills and they often feel defeated playing this game. So for that reason, I have to give it a 3 out of 5. Functionality. The functionality of this game is pretty well. It works the way it's supposed to. But the functionality as it relates to targeting speech therapy, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Now the reason I'm giving it a 4 out of 5 is for the reason that I explained earlier, because of the poor fine motor skills. A lot of the kids that we see in speech therapy don't just have speech therapy issues, they have gross motor or fine motor issues as well. And so for some of my kids that really want to play this game, but they don't have the coordination to play, they often get defeated and then they don't want to participate in speech therapy. The best example I can give of this is when you put the toys on his tongue, and as you're picking up the little objects, he moves back and forth. But if a child is not able to pick up a toy the first try, and they keep trying, and it's 3, 4, 5 times that their hand goes in front of the monster will gobble up all the toys before they've even had a chance to take one object off of his tongue. I would rate it lower than a 4.5, but for those kids that are able to play the game and have the fine motor skills to play it, they do play very well with it. We are able to target a lot of goals with it. Depending on if you're working speech goals, you can have them place a toy on the tongue when you're prepping the game for every, few trials of a sound, removing them in between trials. The toys in themselves have a lot of speech sound opportunities. There's opportunities for requesting tasks, and there's just a lot that you can do with this. It's just that for some of my kids, it's just too difficult. And overall, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I really like this toy, and I feel like it's really beneficial, especially for those kids that are able to play it. It makes me sad though when I have kids that want to play it but can't, and they're so defeated about it. But it's a very fun game. Now, I don't generally like games with batteries in them. I have this fear of having games with batteries in my hot car over the summer because I live in Texas and it's just hot. But it's still a really fun game, and I enjoy playing it, and a lot of my kids enjoy playing it too. Do you own Gobble Monster, and what are your thoughts? Do you have any kids that struggle to play this game, and what modifications have you made? I don't have any tongs, but I am thinking of getting some to see if that helps, but I don't know that that would help my kids with fine motor skills. I mean, helping and strengthening, my OTs would be really happy about it, but I don't know that it would help them be successful with this game, but that is something that I am going to try in the future. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you see, I hope that you'll consider subscribing, like this video, share it with your friends, ring that notification bell. You'll be notified of my weekly upload. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next one.